Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So for this video, I just wanted to go over some of the voice Waken AI softwares that I have been trying to use and show which ones are better and which ones still need some work. And some of them have like really, really good voices, but I think a lot of them have a really hard time with real time. For instance, like on this one, it has an issue. Like when I have it up all the way to better, there's a very significant delay on when I talk and then when you actually get the information. So bring it down to here. It's obviously faster, but it's nowhere near as high quality as it was before. So it's good. But bring that back up. Now let's see. Now this is VoiceTight AI. VoiceTight AI. Honestly, it's pretty good overall. I haven't had too many issues with it so far. And I have a few different AI.
Alright, so here's this one. This one's alright, but obviously they all still have like a very emphasized feel to them, and hear the crackling to them. Unfortunately, like that's just kind of what we have to deal with her now. But until everything gets trained more and more, we can try like some other voices. And then actually, I'll just go ahead and train up a voice really quick, see how long that takes. So it's training it right now. There's a lot of different voices on it. There's a lot, and I think people can just add, those voices that they've trained to it. There's a lot of different impressions that exist. Some of them aren't very accurate, but some of them are really good impressions. Like you can sort of by recommended how high the quality is. So I'm sure a bunch of people have heard the Trump one, taking a little longer than I expected. So while that's going on, I'll let's go over this. So you go into the settings. The way for voice AI, you can get some clients, and you go over to meta model training. You can do like auto train. Basically, you can set it so that it will automatically like use your computer to train their model. I don't know like the exact information behind it, but basically, use some of your processing power in exchange for coins, which eventually let you be able to unlock more voices through the software. And you don't actually like really need to pay anything for the live version or the real time version at least. Because then you just keep doing this. Although when you do like record mode, it will almost always make the recording sound infinitely better.
So this one gives a much broader range of voices that can be used compared to a lot of the other softwares that I've seen. VoiceAI has a massive amount of different voices that you could try out. So definitely recommend giving us a try. Honestly, I don't really know what I sound like right now. I hope it sounds good, but So I'll go ahead and switch myself back. Let's see.
Alright, here we are. So this one's a little bit like more nasal. I feel like the quality is actually pretty great as well for this one, but it's so interesting to like try a bunch of different voices and see what you can get out of it.
So far, I definitely like this one the most. Even though the quality is still not where I'd like it to be. Okay, so now that we've seen that, on Voice.ai, let's see. So then we got Meta Voice Studio. Meta Voice Studio so far has been really good. There's a lot of really high quality voices. There's not as big of a range of the voices as there are on Voice.ai, but I feel like the voices here sound a lot more natural. Mostly the female voices. I noticed that the male voices don't really have the same sort of quality that the female voices do. But let me go ahead and do this really quick. And actually, I'll just use an AI voice to turn it into another AI voice. Let's see how that turns out. Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually like turns out well. So we'll go ahead and listen to it after I'm done recording this. The cool thing at least is this was all done through the website, so at least right now, they definitely have like paid plans that you can get.
Let's see how that turns out.
So let's see, what does Evo sound like?
Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
Yeah, actually you turned out very, very good. I'm actually surprised at how well that turned out. Especially since I'm using an AI voice currently. So, let's see what Zeus
Yeah, that
sounds
sounds
like. I'm sure it's not gonna sound great, to be honest.
Alright, so here we
Oh
are.
my god, that actually
using
sounds really good.
an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice, and hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
Yeah, that's not bad at all. I'm surprised. Alright, let's try Scarlet.
Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
So I'll just go ahead and preview the rest of the voices and see how they
yeah, that
turned
turns
out.
Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice, and hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
let's see how that turns out. Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice, and hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
let's see how that turns out.
Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice, and hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
Let's see how that turns out. Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice, and hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
let's see how that turns out. Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice, and hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
Yeah, Yara is definitely my favorite of all the voices. Yo is a close second, and then Scarlet. I'm surprised that the male voices turned out so well. I'm not really sure why they turned out clear this time, like the previous attempts that I've had. Another voice website that I've run into, it's I don't really know how to pronounce it. I think it's Koei Recast. And I think it's a newer one. They haven't really got much traction yet, but let's see. So you can go ahead and download it here. They have some previews. I have the software up for here, actually, but I don't have the input set up properly. I don't think so. Then I don't want to mess with it too much at the moment. But let's go and try this out. So this one's the ASMR. It kind of just like whispers, which is interesting. So let's try. Let's go and download one of the ones from. We'll use Yara. And then we'll try.
Let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
Yeah, I mean that is a whispering voice. So let's keep trying with different clips.
Let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
I'm not really a fan of David. Let's try that out again. Or this time. I'm guessing the pro versions are a lot better compared to the free versions.
let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually like turns out well. So
I mean, it wasn't like terrible, but it wasn't the best. Let's try Faith. I remember trying Faith, and it actually worked pretty well.
let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
Yeah, it's not bad. It sounds very like soft spoken though. Let's try this one.
Let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
But not a fan of that one personally. I remember Curious here, but like that one's more of like an ayaya voice, like a kind of a squeaky character voice. Let's try Juliet next though.
Yes, let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
Overall, that one's not too bad. We'll do Karisu next.
Yes, let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using
Yeah,
an AI voice
this kind of voice.
to a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
Not really my thing, but I'm sure there is somebody out there that could use something like that.
yes, let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
No, it's not bad. It's still like a sort of a low quality compared to all the others. Marcus.
Please, let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
I really like the tone is there. It sounds like kind of like synthesized feel to it. And last we'll try Ruby.
yes, let's see how that turned out. Alright, so here we are, using an AI voice to turn it into a different AI voice. And hopefully that actually turns out well. So
Yeah, and that one was not like too bad overall as well. It's just it still has that kind of like synthesized approach to it. I actually had talked to a person that has been working on this though. It seems that they are working hard to iron out a lot of the things that they have going on with it. I really look forward to it because it'd be nice to see some of these voices. Like I really liked Hannah. The ASMR one's really cool. It's kind of interesting to just have like a whisper voice. I definitely think the male ones need some more work, but alright, that's it for this video today. Feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I can see future videos. Maybe leave a comment down below so if there's any like other voice AI software that you want to see me showcase in the future. I'm definitely interested because I really enjoy the whole voice AI sort of stuff. It's a very interesting topic. Obviously, there's a lot of like, ethical concerns regarding it, but I think it's all fun. So, also, if there's any other topics that you want me to go over, just let me know in the future, and then I'll go and see what I can do. So, all right.